Hello, good evening, and welcome to another episode of Spill It. My name is Marcus, and I will be your host for the evening. This is a show where I get to talk to a huge, wide range of people about their hobbies, their interests, their lives, whatever they want to talk about. It's their show, and it's my show. It's our show. We get to do whatever we want to do. I can't wait. It's going to be a really, really good episode. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say welcome to Spill It. This is a show, as I say, where I get to talk about whatever we want to talk about. However, there are three pillars to mine and Spill It's success. Three pillars. So each episode should follow these three principles: connect, inspire, and learn. That's what we want to do. That's the message that we want to get out there as well. So, because of inspiration, because that's what we want to talk about, it's time to be inspired. So, a few weeks ago, I was talking about a person within the local community, a volunteer of the Kids for Kids Theatre Company called Sarah Nag for short. And she was nominated for Volunteer of the Year, where the top person won a sum of money to put towards their event. So, it is with my greatest pleasure to announce that Nag actually got second place. So congratulations, Nag. You are second place. It's well deserved. So you obviously won like a sum of money as a run-up prize to put towards Kids for Kids. So we are obviously very, very grateful for that, Nag. But well done. It is well deserved. You work your bloody socks off. And yeah, it is much, much appreciated for all of your help anyway. But yeah, it's well deserved. I couldn't think of anybody else that you could have come first. You should have been first, but you came second, and that is an achievement within itself. Guys, if you are joining, please get those comments and questions in. Come along and say hi. Say hello, because if you give me a comment, I get to pop it up on the screen. And I would love to hear from you all, because at the moment, I've had no comments come through. Do you all hate me? What's going on? So, as I say, this is a show where we get to connect, inspire, and learn. So, we are on episode 12. Crazy. Episode 12. Video made the YouTube star. It's going to be a good episode. It's going to be a very good episode. This episode, we get to be joined by Ryan, who creates videos on YouTube and talks on social media platforms such as TikTok and Facebook and YouTube and all of that lot. And he runs workshops with a team of people, runs workshops up and down the country in different locations, trying to teach kids and young adults how to effectively use YouTube and Facebook and TikTok and all of those to make their own videos and to become their own little stars, if you will. Now, I think that's really, really cool because of the fact that the way that the world is going, the world is changing and the world is heading more and more towards tech and being online and being social media influencers and things like that. And I think that this particular platform will be absolutely brilliant. I'm going to take them off. I never wear my glasses when I'm doing this show. I don't know why I'm keeping them on, but there you go. So this episode is going to be absolutely amazing. So make sure that you hit that share button. Hit the share button. Show some love, guys. Love. Show some love. Hit the share button. That means that it goes far and wide, and we get people within the Spill It community that might not necessarily be part of the community. They might want more to do with the community. So we have got people rolling in. We have Giles. Giles has commented saying, sunny evening stroll with Lola. She's my dog, by the way. There you go. Just in case there was any questions about that. We have Scott saying, yo, how are we doing? How are you doing? I am doing absolutely amazing. Sweet. Lovely. All of the positive words. All of them mixed together. That's me right now. We have got Ryan. Yo, Ryan. Hope you're okay. We have Ian saying hello. Hi, Ian. Hope you're okay. Andrea, I'll be the first. Hi, Marcus. Hi, Andrea. Hope you're okay. Thanks for joining. Giles being digital. Yes, this episode is all about being digital. We are moving into a digital world. Digimon, digital monsters. It's a digital world out there, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And companies are changing the way, or having to change the way that they do things. So that's why I think that this is why I wanted this episode to come on. I'm in an industry at the moment where, we're having to change the way that we do things. We're having to, go more digital and look at training in different ways and all that. And we won't be the only company to do that. There'll be other companies that are wanting to go more digital. And I think that this is why I really, really, really wanted Ryan on the show. So it's going to be a very, very, very good episode. Make sure you've shared it, guys. Make sure you've shared it. Ryan does join us at 7:15. So you have got just under 10 minutes for Ryan to come on and talk about his story, talk about the work that he's doing. It's going to be really, really cool. However, guys, first, it is our section that I absolutely love. Here is your video. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. How are you feeling? Feeling hot, hot, hot. That's right. It's weather time, ladies and gentlemen. That means that I want to hear from you. So drop a comment. Tell me where you are watching from, where in the UK you're watching from, or overseas. You might be watching from overseas. We've had we've had viewers from the US. We've had viewers from Gibraltar, Holland, Denmark, France, Germany. We've had viewers all over the world. So, I'm completely diverse with that. I'm completely open. But drop a comment and let me know what the weather is like where you are today. So I am in Preston, which is in Lancashire. Do you know what? It's all right, actually. The weather is good. So you either got good, which is basically blue skies and sunshine, or you've got it's a little bit shit. Normally, Preston is a little bit shit, with it being the rainiest city in the UK. However, it's all right. Blue skies. It was a little bit of shit this afternoon, but it's now blue skies. So we're happy with blue skies. Blue skies are good. So drop a comment, guys, and let me know exactly where you're watching from and what the weather is like where you are. John James, here we go. Gibraltar's back in the house. John James from Gibraltar. Hi from Gibraltar. Again, it's hot. Do you know what, John? You keep rubbing it in because it's always hot in Gibraltar. It's always hot. But yes, please keep coming back in, John, and rubbing it in about how hot it is over in Gibraltar all the time. I really do appreciate it. But there you go. Thanks for joining us, John, all the way from Gibraltar. Make sure that you have shared it, John, as well. Let's get more Gibraltarians. I want to call them Gibraltarians. I'm going to say that. Gibraltarians. Get some more Gibraltarians watching this as well. Right. So keep those comments rolling in, guys. Let me know exactly where you're watching from and the weather, what the weather is like, and we'll keep those comments rolling through as well. So here's some exciting news. I did share some exciting news for you earlier this week. This week? Yes, it was this week. Earlier this week, I did share that I've got some excellent news for you. Well, here you go. I have become a brand ambassador. Well, what does that mean, Marcus? Well, a brand ambassador is somebody who has been approached by a company to promote their the material, the clothing line, the items that they do for, like, on sale or whatever, and promote their brand through social media. So I have been approached by a online shop who sell merchandise all to do with the LGBTQ plus community, and they raise money for the LGBTQ plus community. All the proceedings, or not all the proceedings, there's a percentage of the proceedings that go to charities and to help LGBTQ plus community within the local areas and things like that. You can go on the website, you can donate, etc., etc. But anyway, I've been approached by them to become a brand ambassador for them, and that means that they are sending me some gifts. So I get to wear some new gifts, but also I get to promote their things via Spill It. And you guys, if you wanted to, because I know that not everybody, wants a big LGBTQ plus community T-shirt or whatnot. You guys if you are interested, you get discount. I get my own little code that you can put onto the shopping into the shopping cart when you've got your basket on the last screen, and you get 30% off. So what we've got is www.thatsoundsgay.com. That's without the A. So it's that, THT, soundsgay.com. And what they do is that they do funky little t-shirts. Now, the ones that I am being sent are these ones here. So sounds gay, I'm in. And I absolutely love that. I think it's absolutely hilarious. They do t-shirts like this. They do pins. They do absolutely loads of different things. This particular t-shirt is my favorite one. Woke up gay again. I absolutely love that t-shirt. That is going to be a t-shirt that I will be sent as well. All you have to do to get the discount is head over to www.thatsoundsgay.com and use the code M4RCUS. Ah, clever. That's Marcus, but instead of the A, it's a number 4. Use M4RCUS LEE for 30% off your shopping cart. Easy as that, right? And then you can be the new owner of a That Sounds Gay t-shirt. Because, ladies and gentlemen, that sounds very gay. There we go. Lastly, I've got a new section. Oh, sneak preview. I have got a new section starting in the next couple of weeks, where I'm going to be talking to you guys about your problems. So the new section is called Agony Funkle because I'm a fun uncle. All it'll be is you guys get to message me. I'll be creating posts every single week, and you guys can comment a problem. Now, it doesn't have to be a real problem. It could be a fake problem. It could be a not so true problem. It could be something that's elaborated. It could be something that is, blown way out of proportion. It could be an actual problem. It could be a problem that you're actually going through and you need a bit of advice. Well, Marcus, the Agony Funkle, is here to help you. So all you have to do is drop a comment on the post that I'll be creating with all of your problems, and I'll be choosing some at random for my new section called Agony Funkle. Agony Funkle will also be part of my Spill It merchandise as well. So not only can you get Spill It merchandise at the moment, which is previewing this logo, this amazing logo right here, but you can also get this logo here. There we go. That's my other Spill It logo. So you can get both of those. You can get them on t-shirts, you can get them on vest tops, and you can also get it on tote bags. You can also get hoodies as well. You can get loads of different things, to be fair. But you've got the two there we go. We've got the 2 different logos here. Not only that as well, you've also got the 3 pillars. So the 3 principles here. So connect, inspire, and learn that go around in a bit of a circle. You've also got the little cartoon version of me with a spilt cup of tea that shouts, "That's crazy." You can get that as a little cartoon guy here. And soon you'll be able to get Agony Funkle. And there'll be like a little, Buddha version of me. So there you go. So they will be the ones that are available very, very soon. And that will lead me on to my next thing. I will be opening my own shop. Not like a physical shop, obviously digital. But I will be opening my own shop where you'll be able to go on and you'll be able to buy your own Spill It merchandise and get it delivered to your house. Easy. You'll also be able to find all the episodes on there as well. It's going to be so cool. I am launching basically the Spill It website. It's going to be so cool. It'll be easy enough for people to find. And also you'll be able to watch this live on the Spill It website as well. So if, for instance, those people don't have Facebook Live, you can also jump over to my Spill It website. You'll be able to watch it from there going forward in the future. With that in mind as well, just to let you know, Spill It does have a YouTube channel, and all of my streams are over there on YouTube as well for anybody that wants to share them, or just go onto YouTube instead of using Facebook. Also, lastly, before I let Ryan come on and talk for a little bit, Spill It is over, or will be very, very soon. I'm just waiting for the permission to be accepted, but will be over on Spotify very, very soon as an actual podcast. So you'll be able to tune in and watch or listen, sorry, you'll be able to listen to the podcast every single week with updated episodes. How cool is that? How cool is that? Any other comments that have come in? We've got John James that has just been basically laughing, but there you go. Thank you, John. Thanks for Thanks for sharing your laughing. Right. It is that time, ladies and gentlemen. It is 7:15, which means that we have Ryan coming on the show. So if you can, please, 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 please give a massive round of applause, plenty of clapping emojis, smiley faces, celebration balloons, whatever it is, all of those for Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
Hello, yes, thank you. I was unsure then. I was like, is it going to be some sort of effect or transition? Like,
no, you're just there. You just appear.
I was hoping for a curtain or something. I don't know. How are you?
Do you know what? I would love that. I would love a curtain that just pulls out. Like, that would be brilliant. I will look into that. Yes, I am very well, thank you. How are you?
Yes, I am good. It's been quite a sunny day over here, so I'm real good. Yeah.
Oh, jealous. To be these people with sun keep rubbing it in. The fact that they keep getting sun and I don't. It's rude.
It's not normal for Wales, but it's quite nice.
Oh, so you're in Wales?
That's right. Yes, I'm in South Wales at the moment. So
nice. So, are you ready for a bit of a grilling?
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Go for it. You give what you got.
Right. Well, it's all light-hearted. It's all fun. It's all fun and games. I've only got one question for you, Ryan, so far. One question for you.
Okay.
Who is Ryan?
Oh gosh, I ask myself this every night when I Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm Ryan, and I run children's clubs across Wales and England. So basically, we teach children how to make their own YouTube videos, TikTok videos, stuff like that, while integrating a bit of internet safety. So yeah, we just want them basically to work together to make beautiful videos in a safe environment. So,
wow.
You know.
That's brilliant, and like the education side to it as well. The fact that it's not just a case of teaching kids how to use YouTube, but it's obviously the internet security about it as well. And I think that's really, really impressive. The fact that obviously you've got that in mind when you do these workshops and things like that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one thing that people are like, oh, teaching children YouTube. I mean, what does that mean exactly? Just something quite clear. Personally, I like to get across is the fact that YouTube and filmmaking go hand in hand. So it's the skills that they learn when they come along on the day we can actually sort of put into like film skills. So maybe they'll come along wanting to be a YouTuber, but they might leave going, well, actually, I want to learn how to write my own film scripts when I'm older. And I think in a way that almost might be a bit more special to me. So it's like, as much as we educate them, I think my favorite bit about the whole thing is like inspiring them. So yeah.
Definitely. Well, obviously, you wouldn't have always done that. So where did the journey start?
Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, I was a bit of a nightmare. I was trying to find an appropriate word then. Yeah, I was a bit of a nightmare before I started this. I just sort of just go out and just drink all the time. I don't know. I was in uni. I was doing a film course. And I only made it just past the first year. I dropped out. I mean, I was definitely the worst filmmaker there, I'll be honest. But on the side, I've always been really into children's entertainment. I used to dress up as like Spider-Man, Darth Vader,
wow,
Robin, anything like that. They wouldn't let me have Batman because I'm like too weak, but I was Robin. But I would do stuff like that and do a lot of children's entertainment stuff. And something I realized when doing university was the fact that I get really bugged out by writing like reports and things with no purpose. And I think to my father owns a business, and I just wanted to start making some money. And like I don't know, I live with my mum, and I only had 50 quid on me. That's all I had. I mean, uni made me absolutely skint. So I really wanted to start get going somewhere and actually making some cash while helping people. I realized when setting this up. So basically, it started with. I've got a younger brother who's really into YouTube, and I started showing him and his friends how to make their own little videos. And so we used we used the shed at the back of the garden because it was just a free open space, so I could show them how to use cameras and stuff like that. And they just seemed really popular. They seemed to really enjoy it. So I approached the local school and I was like, can you just do an anonymous survey and just ask the children what they want to be when they grow up? And I think we had like 70 to 75% come back and say YouTuber. And so I thought, well, there's definitely a demand for this. I've got 50 quid. I asked my friend to come help me, and we started a little YouTube club, basically with the only 50 quid I had and just a camera that I had from years ago. And from there, I mean, it was like 50 quid here, great, pay that. And then we took prepayments off parents by, saying, oh, we're I think I worded the advert, like, we're coming to Pencoed, even though I live in Pencoed, which is my hometown. But we managed to get like quite a lot of interest, using like previous references and things like that. I guess it was a lot of hustle, It was a lot of like, put the money down here. Parents would then pay us on the day for the session, and they'd use that money to invest in like another camera, use that, just keep going. I mean, it ended up my friend dropped out, and so it was just me doing it. And I remember I used to work all the roles. I would do like 12-hour days. It was, I'd wake up and I would do like the marketing and things like that, and then go to the sessions, teach the children, come back, to do some more sales stuff and admin stuff. And it was just I don't think I stopped for like 3 months. But the Greatest Showman was like really popular at the time when I started.
I love The Greatest Showman as well. I know that there's a few people that'll be watching as well that absolutely love The Greatest Showman. We talk about it quite often. So
I love it, and I think that the film was oddly inspiring because it's the hustle. You know what I mean? It's like connecting the dots. Do you know what I mean? So we put on like our own little theatre show. So the videos that they were making with us in these little clubs, we actually put onto like a cinema screen, and I wore like the Greatest Showman jacket because I'm a bit vain, I think. But we wore the Greatest Showman jackets, and this picture went everywhere, across South Wales of what we were doing, and it really did expand. So that's basically how it started, and from there it's just been a case of trial and error, because I thought I could take on the world when I started on, and I learned very quickly that like I can't, and I especially can't without a team. So we've got a fantastic team here, and we're all in it for a cause. So I think I'm like, I'd say I'm only like 25% of what goes on. I think the rest is them, really. So it's good.
So what? Obviously, you've got a team now. How did you get to that point of needing a team?
Okay, so we kind of had the opposite problem with a lot of businesses, the startup. You find that it's really hard to get people interested in what you were doing. But I think because there was such a strong demand for what we were doing, we actually found the demand first rather than like last, if you know what I mean. So we had increasing interest straight away. But my problem is that I was opening up too many events and too many things.
Right.
Without the correct team. So we actually, so I've only been open for almost 2 years. It would be 2 years come next month.
Only opened for. I'm only open for 2 years.
Yeah, that to me is, I don't know. I want to be like 40 years. So this is
yeah.
But last year, I took a massive crash because I took on too much without the correct team. People who weren't super into what we were doing, just doing it for the money rather than for the cause, and so I took on the wrong people. I went too big too quickly. I didn't understand. I mean, it's my first time running a business. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. You know what I mean? So I made the business crash in a way, and so I kind of had to start again. And so it was only then when we restarted again. I actually did a summer camp over at Somerset, which was real great, real fun. So yeah, we did that. We did this summer camp, and it was after that, and we got some good reviews in, that I actually decided that I need to learn to share these roles, and I took on my sales member Danielle, and I think from there I've been gradually adding people who genuinely care about the business. I mean, she's been one of the biggest assets, I think, to the company, because she really cares, because she's a mother herself, so I think she really cares about children and stuff like that. So to me, so adding her to the team, and just from there getting people from either side, some people to sell things, some people to look after the kids, some people to manage, I started to learn that actually, as we grow, I just know exactly who I need. So I think imagination and vision is so important. Like I can imagine like where I want to be in 10 years time, and I think that's so important. So,
Yeah, I think imagination is something huge that we kind of lose when we get older, that we forget to imagine ourselves in certain positions or imagine what the next few years are going to look like. We kind of become part of the moment, if that makes sense, or
yeah,
like not even
correct.
become part of the moment. Like we don't kind of branch further afield. Like we have quite tunnel vision. I just think.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. I mean, one of the reasons we're called color vision is that sort of dream big sort of thing. You know, it's like having a colorful. Yeah, it sounds silly, but having that colorful vision, having that imagination. One thing I always say, because a lot of people say that they're like imagination goes away when you're older. I don't think that's correct. I just think it goes to somewhere else. If you know,
Mm-hmm.
like how could you lose something that
Yeah.
have? I always think that adults we just use it for the wrong things. I think we anxieties and worries and children use it to pretend they're a spaceman. I don't know. I just think we could be using imagination to do so much more. I mean, I try and before I go to bed, I always try and like imagine. I don't know. What I want to do by next week and how am I going to get there and that sort of thing. And even though sometimes it's like really far fetched, I love doing that.
I mean, you touched on before about you were doing a stage show and you had to wear. Well, you chose to wear the Greatest Showman thing. Have I got a photo of that?
Oh yeah, I think you have got a photo actually.
Is it this
Oh,
one?
there it is. There we are.
So explain to everybody that see like watching this at home what's going on in this photo.
Yeah, so that was actually my first class. I absolutely I loved my first class. They were really great. And the girl in the red dress was actually like, she more or less volunteered on the first step, so like I got to give it to them. But yeah, basically we had just filmed their videos. After they filmed their videos in our clubs, we decided to put them on in like a cinema show. And basically, this was like their own little Oscars. So they came up and they all got like awards and things like that. Fantastic, and we got to watch their creations on the big screen. It's sort of my way of getting them to have their own Oscars and getting them through the filmmaking process of making like a little movie and putting it on the big screen. That fantasy and just fulfilling that in just 3 months. So that's how long it took for us to do it. It was only 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of fun. I love doing that.
That's amazing. Tracy's put a comment up saying about the imagination when we were talking about the imagination. I'm turning 40 at the end of the month, and my imagination is coming back. And my imagination is coming back by the buckets. I think it's age realization.
Yes, it could be. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what you're imagining either. So
maybe just something's clicked, Tracy. Maybe something in your head is just gone. Do you know what? I want to picture big now. Like I'm turning 40. Let's think bigger. And maybe that's it. Maybe your imagination is just running away with you. And to be fair, run with it, Tracy. Run with that imagination. You keep it there. You keep it live. You keep it alive. I've got another photo. I'm assuming that this other photo is one of your workshops.
Yeah, it's from one of the adverts. It is. Yeah, you can put it up to it.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, that's right. So this was one of our I want to say sort of new courses. We've like updated it quite a lot now, obviously, because we got a distance and things like that. But yeah, you can see the rocket ship there. We were making like space videos at the time, as you can see. So that's like cardboard rocket and stuff. But yeah, just there. What we do in our workshops is we sort of find the children who are interested in like camera work. So 3 of them there are looking at cameras, and then 3 of them there are talking about acting. Because one thing we can do, luckily, and I love theatre schools and drama schools, but one thing that we can do that maybe they can't is that we've got for the shy kids. They can actually go on the camera for a bit if they're not ready to like perform in front of the camera. So we can kind of have like the more technological children go behind the camera, and maybe the more theatrical children go like in front of the camera. So we're finding that's like a lot of fun, and it's cool to again going back to that teamwork thing. I think that's so important. So we're kind of like trying to show children, hey, it's okay if you don't want to be in front of the camera, go behind it, and it's kind of got a lot of fun.
Absolutely love that. So for those that are at home that are thinking, oh, but YouTube, you know, it could be dangerous, or TikTok, it could be dangerous, or whatnot. Like, how do you? What's a conversation that you would want, like, with a parent who might be worried about their kid utilizing some of these tools and things like that?
Yeah, so there's a lot of safety things like on YouTube and even TikTok, you know. So we don't always like look for all the settings. And I think that the thing is with the internet. I mean, you know, it's like going outside, right? I know it's quite strange, but like, you know, like anytime I cross the road, and it's quite bad, but anytime I cross the road, I could be hit by a car, and it's very unlikely, but I could, but that doesn't stop me from actually crossing the road. So when we're using online, you know, sort of the same thing where, you know, there are bad parts of the online, but we just need to learn really to monitor it, you know. I mean, if you give a child like an iPad or tablet, whatever they're using to go online, if you give a child like a tablet to go online and you don't police it at all and you just leave them to it, then yeah, there is obviously some concerns. So we have to sort of look at ways to reduce that. So if you're using YouTube, always look in the settings. What I always say as well, if you're 13 or under, and I believe this is YouTube's regulation as well, you have to make a channel with a parent if you're going to make one, and they have to see what you're uploading. I always say that there's a little button before you upload that says, this is made for children. If you click that button, it'll turn comments off as well. I mean, I think the comments section is like the worst place for it. So definitely make sure you're doing that. But like I said, you know, and even if they want to come along to the workshop because they like watching YouTube, I wouldn't even necessarily, or the tutors wouldn't either, they wouldn't necessarily recommend them to go on YouTube. Something we actually say at the end of the sessions is that we teach you skills so you can go away and at home make videos, but when you're older, you can then start uploading. I don't really want to encourage them all to go online. That's not really the aim. Like I said, my aim really is filmmaking, working together. You know, you write the video, I'll film it, kind of thing. Making friends. I mean, I've met so many friends within the media industry myself, so it'd be great if they could do the same. And again, just having a good time. But I don't recommend them to go out and leave comments on and interact with strangers. So that's the last thing we want. So that's why we teach internet safety.
That's brilliant. Absolutely amazing. With regards to, so obviously there's the parent that's worried about the security side of things. So we've covered that bit. What about if a parent has got a child who really wants to do something like this, that really wants to like get involved with YouTube and video making and things like that? What advice? And they're a little bit, they don't know what to do with this. They don't know how to channel it. What would be your advice for the parent and obviously for the child as well?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make it at anything, you've just got to keep messing up. I guess that's really it, you know, because people go to me all the time, and it's really strange as well because they're like, oh, I've seen that color vision thing is going well, you know, what advice do you have for me? I want to start my own thing. And I'm like, you know, I don't think anyone's failed more than I have. So like, you know, I don't know, just like keep messing up and then just don't take it to heart like emotionally, because people think like, you know, if you launch a project and it doesn't go well, people like get upset about it. And I just don't have that. I just, you know, I like there's me and then there's me in work, and we're like different people. And so like if I mess up in work, like I don't take it personally. That doesn't mean I'm a bad person. It just means like I've been an idiot for like 5 minutes. That's okay. You know, you never really fail either if you learn from it and you go up, you know, because I mean when my business crashed last year originally, you know, I lost not only a lot like interaction, but I also lost a lot of finance. But again, it's either I stop there and I've actually lost, or I go, you know, what did I do wrong? How do I fix that? Who do I need? What's the team I need? And then go up. So again, for me, it is just all, if anyone, like if a parent says is really interested, I say just keep making videos. You don't need to upload anything just yet, but keep messing up. You know, you want to watch over your clips and be honest with yourself and go, you know what, that actually looks rubbish. like, you know, and like, that's okay. And I think there's a lot of like humility with like just people. Like we don't like admitting when we're wrong. And I think the moment we get over that hurdle and just go, yeah, I was wrong. This is rubbish. I need to start again. It's the moment we can grow. So that's it. That's my only advice. It's just quite simple.
Great advice, to be fair. Great advice. Maybe you should do the agony Funkle section for me.
Maybe Yeah, maybe it's a new career. Maybe I'm in the
So obviously we've talked about internet security, and then obviously the advice that you would give somebody if they wanted to kind of channel something like this. So say for instance now that we have got a parent who has spoken to you, they've signed their kid up to one of your workshops or one of the team's workshops. What is the workshop like? What do you do?
Cool, yeah. So we divide the workshop into like 3 sections, which is pre-production, production, post-production, and all that means is coming up with video ideas, filming the video ideas, and then editing the video ideas. So each child gets their own like iPad and smartwatch when they come in. So we give that to them so they feel kind of teched out. And then basically this like video plays on the screen. It's like it's myself as like Mr. Colourvision. It's like, so naff.
Mr. Colourvision.
I know it's yeah, but it like comes on, and I'm like, oh, I'm looking for creative kids to make the best, YouTube video, and so then the tutors then, and they're in like these full like they're like space outfits, but we call them like color rangers, I think they're called. So they come over and they're like, okay, we got to make some great videos. So we go through the whole filmmaking process. We teach them what camera angles are and how we use them. They then write their own videos. We have like these little like notebooks, which they aren't quite notebooks. They're like these techie ones you can write in, and you can like scan them with the iPad as well. It's really cool. So they write their video ideas and they come up and they film these video ideas. They're like little YouTube intros and funny news channels. We just do all sorts. Whatever the kids really want to film. They film the videos, and then towards the end of the session, then we go into the editing phase. We use some free editors. One of the reasons we actually use free editors rather than paid for editors is that we want the children to go home and actually like use those editors.
Yeah.
Because there'd be nothing worse for me if we use like an expensive editor, and a parent comes over to me and they're like, oh, my child loved today. What's the name of the editor? And I give them an editor that's going to cost them hundreds, I mean, that's a kick in the teeth to them because they've paid to get this. They don't want to pay for something. Again, absolutely fair enough. So we use free editors to make sure they can do that. And then at the end of the day, then they have their own little, like mini award ceremony like within the workshop. And so they come up and get little awards, and then that's the end of the day. So it's a nice little 2-hour session.
That's brilliant. So it's just over one day, over 2 hours.
That's right, yeah. I try and make it into like a show, because I one thing I realized, I used to do weekly clubs, and I've always been real good at like introductions and then like weekly admin and stuff like that. Was never really my strong suit. So I was like, let's just stick to what we're good at. And it's just like, these 2 hours means I can like, every session we can just make sure it's like absolutely magical. So like, just 2 hours. But if they want to take the learning further, we have like online learning and stuff like that.
Absolutely love that. So what about after? So the kids that have come along and they've done their workshop. Have you had any is there like an after service, or have you had any like success stories, for instance? Anybody that's come up to you and said, "Oh my God, I've learned so much. This is what I've done. Look at my work," etc.
Yeah, I mean, especially from my first ever term, I had a lot of the parents on like my personal Facebook, because we were like a local village club that everyone knows everyone. And when it comes to success stories and such, for me, it was just cool to see the parents uploading videos that their children had made outside of the club. So we had that, and that was incredible for me. I loved that. What else do you have? Sorry, I just went on the tangent then. So just success stories from there. An after session. As soon as an after a session, I mean, it's mainly due to what's going on, but we have like an online service and things like that. But it's an online club, and it's only £5 a month, and they learn like we have like weekly tutorials, weekly discussion groups. You can talk and ask us any questions and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing at the moment. We've got like the one workshop, and then they can do like the online learning. We also have some online workshops as well. So like this, like we're talking now, we do like we do a gaming one at the moment.
Okay.
So they want to. A lot of children want to know how to like, how would they get their like face over like a video of them gaming, and we teach them how to do that. Using again free software and stuff like that. So anything techie and things that we do on our online service really. So yeah, they can join the online club. But we also have, interaction on our YouTube channel then, and they can get involved with some of the, we do like game shows on our like YouTube channel. So that's like a free thing they can get involved with as well.
Brilliant. Tracy's commented again. My son has autism and he's done 2 years of performing arts at Preston College. His confidence has improved so much and his social skills have dramatically improved. Years of hospital appointments and therapy, and this has helped him the most. He would have loved this when he was younger. What a great idea.
Oh, thank you very much. That's really, really sweet. I hope he's well. Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, performing, it does bring it out of people, and we work a lot with children with like autism and other various things, and they just I actually have a story with this. I had a child who had autism, and he came up to me when we did weekly clubs, and he was almost embarrassed, which was quite sad. And he was like, I'm a bit different to these other kids. I got this and that. One thing we always say to them is like, well, it's not a disadvantage. That's your like superpower. I mean, this kid was like unbelievably creative. I mean, he was writing all these film scripts. I was like, it's your superpower. It's not, anything else. Like I myself, I have like awful OCD. I do. So there's like two sides to OCD. There's the thing where you place objects, and there's like the OCD where, I have the OCD. It's like mental OCD, I think it's called. But bottom line is my brain's just always going. But as I've got older, I used to always think that was a disability, but actually, as I've got older, I'm like seeing it more as like an ability. My brain's just more active. Okay, great. How could I use that to improve other people? So yeah, it's incredible. Like we get such a range of children in with things, and I was just trying to encourage them that actually it's a superpower, not a disadvantage. So yeah, that's awesome to hear that Performing did that.
Yeah, we had a guest on a few weeks ago actually, and it was Jack, and he has a speech impediment, and he was told that he's got to buy people that he knew to kind of play to his comfort, if you will, where he branched out and wanted to do performing arts, and performing arts actually helped him massively. So it's just another, if you will, like a disability, but not in essence. Like he found his voice, but through performing arts. And Tracy's commented again, Ryan, you are so right. It's a superpower.
Oh, well, thank you very much. That's really sweet. That means a lot. Thank you.
So what's next? So obviously COVID happened. Did you have events planned, or like what happened?
Oh yeah, awful. I mean, it almost took out our business. COVID really. So we had events planned from March up until May, and we have events Monday to Friday. So it's a Monday to Friday thing where our tutors travel each day. And so you think Monday to Friday, March till mid-May, it's a lot of events. So what we done is we actually just rescheduled them, which is fine. So the parents said them rescheduled for now, which is September. And we took a massive hit. I mean, honestly, I won't get into like financials, but just like the difference between March and April was like unreal. I mean, like such a dip. But I mean, the first thing I did during lockdown was just come up with something new. So we because we have competition, so I built like an online thing really quickly, an online learning, and we got in that margin like quite quickly. Rebooked everyone. I mean, I took a pay cut so we could keep staff on, because it's nothing worse. We saw companies drop staff like flies, and I just hate it. I don't know. I can't deal. Well, we're like not a big team. There's only 9 of us, but last thing you want to do is drop someone. So I took a pay cut, and I got to be fair to the staff. Before furlough was introduced, some of the people who have slightly higher pays in the company actually were willing to take a slight pay cut to pay the others.
Wow.
Because that's how we structure it. Because I do not believe in like it's not like they're. I'm not like here, they're here, like that's, and it's not like, people in the company are like that. Like we're all here because if one of us drops out, we all suffer. We all get shifts. You know what I mean? So yeah, we leveled up payments until obviously furlough was introduced, so we could use that. But yeah, I mean that completely knocked us. So what we're going from here now is we're using September through to December to put on our rescheduled events.
Okay.
We obviously don't know what will happen with next year. We got a full COVID course, so we wear the helmets and everything now. So everything we do is completely COVID secure. I mean, they never used to get their own iPad; they would like share, but we've had to like reinvest, so they got their own. So we're not like spreading any germs. but they're spaced out on tables now, and you know, so we've actually, what we've done to bring in like finance and cash flow, we just booked out January to March, so reselling those tickets as Christmas presents and things like that as well.
Oh wow, okay.
So we could be like, oh, you know, we can give this to your child at Christmas, you know, obviously because they're limited spaces. I mean, they were selling, we're using some of the cash from that to fund now, so we've just rebalanced. So yeah, we might be taking maybe slightly less than if, you know, this didn't happen, but I mean, slow money is better than fast money, I always say, you know what I mean? Just from a business standpoint, like I said, you know, it's all about the cause, but, you know, just if we're just talking purely financially, yeah, slow money is better than fast money, because people who make fast money lose it. You make fast money, you lose it fast. You know,
yeah.
You make slow money, you lose it slower. So that's sort of the thing that I think. So yeah, we're carrying on. What I want to do. My big picture is actually I'd love to make children's shows. I'm quite a thing for, like, I'd love to like make things like Bear in the Big Blue House and you know, like Beanies and stuff. I'd love to make stuff like that. So weird. I don't know. They're so weird. I don't know how they come up with them. But like, I'd like to do that, and then get the kids who come to the workshops to try and appear on the shows. I think that'd be really cool.
That'd be really cool. Absolutely amazing. A great idea as well. I mean, if you ever need, like, you know, a TV presenter or, you know, a theatrical person, you know, holler at me. I'm available.
No problem.
So obviously, with regards to the shows and things like that, not the shows, sorry, the workshops. Have you got the workshops planned now around the country again, or yeah? So have you got any? Where are you? And also, do you have any coming up? Because I have a lot of people who watch and listen from Lancashire. So do you have any workshops planned within Lancashire shortly, or?
I don't know. I wish there's one of the sales team members on here. Honestly, we are more or less booked up fully. Like, when I say booked up, I mean there's spaces available, but we have events all across England at the moment. You know, I know there's like no middle England, which I've been told multiple times by people from England, but we have like North England and South England, and we just haven't quite got the middle covered just yet. So that's how we're doing it, because we've got 2 teams to go out. So if you're from Preston, I know we got Preston on the 15th of January, I believe.
Okay.
So we're there on the 15th of January, so I know that one. I mean, like I said, like, we are all across England. But if you go to colourvisionstudios.co.uk, all of our workshops are on there, and it's like a big calendar, and you can click South or North England. And if you're in the middle, just try and find which bit you're closer to, because I'm going to add a I know it doesn't exist apparently, but I'm going to add a mid-England function.
So that was colourvisionstudios.co.uk.
Yeah, colourvisionstudios.co.uk.
So like that?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, you got
Perfect. Right, guys. So head over to that website. Head over to it now and check. If you are interested, head over to colourvisionstudios.co.uk and see what's coming up. And if you are in Preston, 15th of January in Preston.
That's right.
Get in touch. There you go. Well, that flew by that time. Have you?
I just clocked the time, and I was like, oh my god, I can talk.
The thing is that with something like this, the time just flies. Is there anything that we've not covered that you want the opportunity to cover while you've got it?
I think we've done quite a good job, but like I said, we're at colourvisionstudios.co.uk, and there's also like a link to our online service, which is just a slightly different website, which is colourvisiononline.co.uk. But they both, like, there's a link on the studios one anyway to head you over there. Should you have any questions and stuff like that, or you can find us on Facebook, which we are Colour Vision Academy. There we are, a bit easier.
Colour Vision Academy, and that's on Facebook.
Yeah, that's on Facebook. We're quite active on Facebook as well, so it's always a good place to there we are. Brilliant. Always a good place to get us, to be honest with you. I mean, I believe that's it, really. I mean, just I can't think. Watch, I'll come off here now and be like, oh no.
Well, we always do it. I always do an after service anyway, so you're all right. Don't worry about that. However, At the end of every show, I give my guests the opportunity to give a quote, something that they feel strongly about, something that they want the audience or the watchers and the listeners to take away from today's episode. It could be something that they've made up, something that they have heard. What would be a quote that you would want people to take away from today's show?
Cool, yeah. I mean, I'm big, obviously, because I do a lot of children's stuff. I'm big on the imagination, and I don't really think adults lose it. So to me, it's imagination. Children use it for fun. Adults use it for worry. So why not be a child for once?
There we go.
You know, he nailed it in one. Like,
imagination. Children use it for fun. Adults use it for worry. So why not be a child for once? I absolutely, do you know what? That is going to be my Facebook status, I think, for tonight. I absolutely love that. I think it's amazing. And it is completely right. Children do use their imagination for fun. And when something happens, we use our imagination to worry about certain things. Like, you know, is this going to be paid on time? Am I going to do this? Is this going to happen? And we worry too much. And that's where our imagination runs wild. Whereas with kids, they don't worry about stuff like that. They use their imagination to pretend that they're going to do this, and they're going to be famous one day, and they're going to do this, and they're going to be this type of person. And today I'm going to be a dinosaur because I want to be. Like that type of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, with you know, one thing with the imagination, it's so pointless to an extent to worry on things, because they'll probably happen anyway. Like, you know, if someone said to me, "I'm gonna punch you in the face tomorrow," there's no point me worrying. Like, it's gonna
happen.
Yeah, so like, I'm either gonna get really stressed, or I'm gonna go to bed, have a hot chocolate, chill out, and then get face. Like, it don't matter. You know?
I absolutely love that is what I'm going to continue thinking about. Right, do I get punched? You want to punch me in the face? That's fine. We'll do that tomorrow. Tonight, I'm going to have a hot chocolate.
Okay, tomorrow's tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a different day. Right now, we're all right. Well, Ryan, thank you so much for coming on the show. It has been an absolute pleasure to have you and to meet you as well. Because obviously I don't know you, and obviously I reached out to you. I reached out to you because I saw an ad, and here we are. Like, it's absolutely crazy. Tracy's final comment: yes, let's ditch the worry and have some fun. Thank you, Ryan. Keep being you.
Well, thank you very much, Tracy. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
There we go. Right, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this episode of Spill It. It has been absolutely brilliant, and to be fair, this quote again, I'm just going to put it up there because it's brilliant. But there you go. Imagination. Children use it for fun. Adults use it for worry. So why not be a child for once? That should be that's I'm going to live by that. That's amazing.
I've got t-shirts in
yeah, do that. Otherwise, I'm going to do that. So there you go.
I'll get on
it. Right. Okay, guys. Thank you. Next week's show. I have got Simon, a mentalist, who's coming on. So imagine David Blaine. David Blaine? It is David Blaine. David Blaine. Darren Brown. They're both men. Darren Brown, that's the one. I think they're both mentalists in their own way. But Darren Brown, so Simon, who is like Darren Brown, where obviously there's the trick of the mind and things like that, he's going to be coming onto the show, and he's going to be talking about his workshops and things like that he does around mental health and linking in these type of shows. Going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and I'm hoping that he'll be able to come onto the show and actually try some little tricks, either on me or some of you guys as well, whilst you're viewing at home. That'd be really freaky. But there you go. So that's going to be next week's show. Also, don't forget as well that I am looking for lockdown heroes. So anybody who has helped you through lockdown, make sure that you drop me a message and you nominate that person. They could have just come round to your house and left you a getting brighter there, Ryan.
It was getting dark.
They could have come around to your house and given you a gift basket. They could have just been coming in and checking on you. They could have just been giving you phone calls and just making sure that you're okay. Whoever it is that helped you through lockdown, whoever you think is a lockdown hero to you, could be a family member, a friend, a neighbor, a relative. It could be your boss at work, anybody at all. Make sure that you give those nominations to me, and I will be going through all of those nominations and choosing the best lockdown heroes to form my lockdown heroes. And they will all receive a gift basket from me as a thank you for all of their hard work during lockdown. This is a show about unsung heroes, guys, and these guys we need to be thanking for. Also, don't forget as well, I have got my Crazy for Christmas bookings being taken. So if you are crazy about Christmas, or you know somebody who is crazy about Christmas, I will be doing 4 different episodes for the run-up of Christmas in December, talking about why they love Christmas, or you love Christmas so much. What is it about it? What is it you do? What do you decorate the whole house? Does it look like Santa's grotto inside? Are you actually Santa once a year? Are you an elf once a year? Whatever it is, if you are mad about Christmas, make sure that you get in touch with me, because I want you on my show to spread some Christmas joy. Because I'm a little bit of a Scrooge, let's be honest. Those of you who know me know that I prefer Halloween. I'm a Halloween baby rather than a Christmas one.
No, I'm low-key angry about that.
I absolutely love Halloween. Halloween is my Christmas. I would have a black Christmas tree with skulls and everything going around it. I would celebrate Christmas at Halloween. I absolutely love Halloween. But yes, there are people out there who love Christmas so much. Please get in touch. Please appear on my episodes. I want everybody to spread some Christmas joy around December. Right. Well, Leela's got something here. Love the quote. Definitely the way to go. Well done.
Thank you very much. That's very nice. I want to get to sell t-shirts with the quote on, I think.
You're going to have to, yeah. You're going to have to. Otherwise, as I say, I'm going to take it and it'll be spill it. You'll find it on my website.
I know. I'll see it on your next show. It'll just be there.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I might, if I do it, I'll put like Ryan at the end of it. There you go.
That's all right then. That's okay.
I'll give you some form of credit for it. Cool. No proceedings, just some credit. That'll do. Right, guys, if you have enjoyed this episode and you want to see more, make sure that you like and follow my page. All you have to do is visit. I mean, if you're watching it, you're on my page anyway, or you could be viewing it on somebody else's. But all you have to do is go on to www.facebook.com/spillingit. So it's spill it, but with an ing at the end. So it's spilling it. Go on there by Facebook, and you'll be able to follow my page, and you'll be able to like it, and you can also catch up on the last 11 episodes. 11 episodes, because this is episode 12. So you'll be able to view all of those episodes on there. But as I say, all of them will be available on YouTube, and you'll be able to listen to them as a podcast on Spotify in the next few days as well. Also, I am accepting sponsors as well. So obviously, I'm a brand ambassador for That Sounds Gay. If you wanting to become a sponsor for the show, I can run an advert for you. All you have to do is get in touch, and you can run an advert on my podcast YouTube channel and Spill It for you and your business. All you have to do is get in touch, let me know, and I can run videos or photos, talk about your work, whatever you want. I am accepting sponsors. Get in touch. Right. That's it. So, thank you. Thank you again for coming on the show. And for everybody else, guys, I will see you all next week. Bye.